This video is mostly about gathering items and rare resources, but it can also be used for zipline placements. These two areas have the highest concentration of bluff Jinkao and thorny Yazin plants. They respawn about every 15 minutes, while the glow bugs, scorch bugs, and idle crates respawn daily at reset. The crafting in this game isn't really important right now, but I mostly do it just so I can set goals for myself for optimization. But in the end, this game is mostly a sandbox to be enjoyed however you feel like playing, so just do whatever you want.
FYI, I'm also quite a combat expert.
Time to get my idea out. And fun being the baby! Show's over. We made another step forward after this. Not bad. Everyone did their part.
You may notice that I've also added a few shared ziplines. My ziplines work on their own, but the extra ones mostly allow me to access materials that otherwise I just really wouldn't spend the time to go and gather. A few of the ziplines are also there because they're just really scenic, so when they popped up on my map, I went and grabbed them. The base area has a separate build capacity that you can take advantage of, especially using the teleport point of the AIC that you can use to set up a zipline because it doesn't count towards your protocol capacity or your zipline limit if you place it within your factory area.
I'm a little nervous. That one's probably a naughty big bad.
It'll only count towards your factory structure limit for the map, which is something that you only need to think about if you're starting to maximize your factory output. Jingyu Valley has the highest concentration of glowbugs. Glowbugs are used to craft arts tubes, which can revive you up to twice per battle at either 10% or 30% HP depending upon which version that you craft. Scorch bugs, you can craft Hunt's tubes, which give you either a 18% or 25% damage buff for 5 minutes. The Hunt's tubes, you can buy them in the Valley 4 stock redistribution area. But as far as I know, arts tubes, you can only craft them using glowbugs, so you might want to stock up on some of these for endgame content since they only spawn once per day.
Your ends are wasted.
I hunt these frogs mainly because they're just in the way, but the frog meat can craft this nice 29% damage reduction thing, so that'll probably be useful in the future, so just keep it in mind. So in this area, you can see a lot of conduit pairs. I think fluid tanks look a lot better aesthetically, but conduits use half the protocol capacity for the same storage amount, and they can also transfer fluids across distances, so they're just better overall. This area not only stores a large amount of zircon, but it loops back into my factory for heavy Zhuranite production. So this mainly allows me to do two things. I can either overproduce zircon without clogging for a long period of time, or I can have a place to transfer bottled zircon, mostly from the test area sewage processor, back into my system. I also have a section of conduit pairs inside of my actual factory area so that it's easier to manually inject the zircon from bottles in my storage. But I can also do the opposite, and I can bottle any excess zircon and save it for later. If you start getting into maximizing your factory and your maps, there's 4 main limits that you need to keep in mind. You have a protocol capacity for the map area, there's a factory structure limit, there's a pipeline limit, and there's a pipe structure limit. So your pipeline limit is your actual pipes. Your pipe structure limit is things like your convergers, your splitters, and your bridges. And then each map zone will have its own limit for these things. So it's just something you need to keep in mind if you're gonna start maxing out your factory and your map.
Have fun being the lady!
Victory is ours. Time for selfie.
Thanks.
Just like in Valley 4, the depot node deliveries, I focus on all plant-based powders. These are faster to make and can be infinitely generated, where other items require minerals that have a maximum output and could be used for crafting things that you could sell to your outpost instead. I haven't fully tested it, but it seems like having a variety of items increases the odds of higher payments for the shipment. But either way, when you spread out the shipment among several different items, it makes it faster and more efficient to replenish unless you're tight on factory space for production. At most, it only takes you a few hours anyway to replenish using just one powder, even across multiple deliveries. So it really doesn't matter too much which route you go. So I really don't have too much of a reason for why I put these turrets here. I mean, it does help get me some water bulbs and other items while I'm ziplining, but mainly, you know, it just puts a little extra spice of artillery bombardment in the scenery, you know, while I'm ziplining. So that's the main reason.
I'll keep you covered. Shows. Oh,
That was a satisfying fight.
we made another step forward, Enfielders.
Victory is ours.